And welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel. Snappy show this week. That's about it. That's as snappy as we get. Do you want to sing? Are we going to start out with Daydream Believer?
No, we're going to save that for last.
Oh, man.
We'll go out with a song.
Man, he is last or late.
Well,
okay, what are we going to start with?
Anyway, welcome to Double Talk right here on Channel 98, the Las Cruces channel. And we're here every week at this time.
Yeah, you're used to it.
Doing whatever it is we do.
Oh, that really shut me up.
Yeah, well,
because I didn't know what we did.
Yeah,
we're just here.
We make it up as we go, really. And I want to.
We're on script. We're on script.
I want to say thanks to Keith Welpley, who had me on his Senior Citizens radio show on K-Great 570 this very week. I think it was on Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday. I was on.
We know why he was on a Senior Citizen show and I wasn't.
Well, yeah, because you're older than I am by far.
Only in age.
Yeah, it's only a number that represents many years.
So why were you on his show?
He was just interviewing me.
Really? Because of the play that you have coming out this coming week or sooner?
He wanted to know about the film that I have.
You have a movie?
Just got accepted to a new film festival, the Sun Valley Film Festival, Sun Valley, Idaho, which will be this month. It's on this month.
Oh, just because it's March now.
Yes.
We're starting March.
Yes.
We finished leap year.
Are we
going to talk about leap year?
By the way,
we're not going to talk about leap year.
When are the Ides of March?
The Ides? They're the ones that look at you.
The Ides, that's at the end of...
no, the Ides are always the 15th.
Mardi Gras.
They're in the middle of the month. The Ides of anything is like the 15th of the month.
Oh, okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
So
whoever is actually listening.
Well, when's St. Patty's Day? Right before that, right?
No, I think it's the 17th.
14th? 17th?
17th.
Oh, it's during the Ides.
Is it 17th? We have our official fact checker. Check the facts. 17th of March.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And
what happened on the Ides of March?
I don't know.
Julius Caesar died.
Brutus.
Yeah. The guy from Popeye?
At 2.
Is that the guy from Popeye?
No, that's Bluto.
Oh, I always get those two confused. My classical references are all in the same bag. So
cartoons.
Brutus, Bluto, same thing. Probably came from there. So, what you want to talk about? What did you talk about with Keith Welpley? Other than all these events.
We talked about the movie. We talked about the play I'm directing this coming week.
Yes.
This coming weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday down at the Community Theater. It's a one-act play festival. We'll get to that later.
Oh yes.
And then what else did we do? Oh, we talked about
how senior citizens can improve their style of life because New Mexico and Las Cruces is just made for senior citizens. It's such a peaceful area.
Well, it is. We also talked about this TV show in this very channel.
This TV show?
We talked about this TV show. He wanted to know because, it's something that I do, so he wanted to know everything that I do.
Really?
Why? I don't know.
We always wondered everything you did. We have no idea what you do. And
That's right.
It's called, oh, there it is.
And so anyway, Double Talk is what we do. And I want to shout out to the guys in circulation down at the Sun News, Steve and the gang. And
a shout out to whoever I talked to about this show that may watch it or not. Who was that?
I don't know. Well, and a shout out to all our friends down in Sunland Park watching right now. If they're those who aren't in jail.
Yes, we're done with the Keith Welpley thing. There I am talking with. Those are the two guys. I guess it's.
Look, they wore the same thing to court. That's what a faux pas that is for fashion.
Well, you know who caught them? The fashion police.
Well,
that's why they're in jail.
They belong in jail with those colors.
So I don't know if that's really them because you always get a picture from the back, and I can't remember their hair color. But it would be the mayor pro tem and the city manager of Sunland Park. They have been providing a world of soap opera-esque hijinks.
Fabulous, isn't it?
For this past 2 weeks, really. I had a friend who went to New York, missed all this. He's hitting himself because it's every day something new came out, starting with the guy. I mean, this whole thing. Remember, it started with somebody apparently having a video of somebody having sex, apparently in a parking lot, but it wasn't a parking lot. It was in the guy's
strip club.
No, it was in the mayoral candidate's office.
With a stripper.
With a stripper who apparently might have been, allegedly taken or hired by those two guys who then got the tape and were edited down to a single frame, allegedly, so they could show the guy the picture, to prove that
they had the goods on him.
They had the goods on him, and that they would use those goods if he continued to run for mayor, because apparently the mayor pro tem had a better chance than the mayor, who hasn't been seen since September, except for this past week. He came in to get his mail and probably check his Google.
So they blackmailed him is what they did.
Exactly.
And that's what they got arrested for.
Right.
Yeah. Now, in the past, Sunderland Park was in the news for other hijinks. The mayor signed some contracts while drunk.
Right. That's why he hasn't been in the office since September, I think.
And, that made national news. He was on David Letterman or Jay Leno had it on there. All the comics had a field day with that one.
I can't believe they haven't picked this up. This is far too complicated. I think most people, and not only that, they then sent their secretary in to get the alleged. Everything I'm saying is alleged, because until it's proven. She went in and got the computers that they used allegedly to take the single picture out of the video, allegedly,
and ran out the back door while the cops are coming in the front door.
So Tuesday is allegedly the election, unless the state district attorney and the local district DA decide they have cause to put it off. Considering one guy has been blackmailed, the other guy who's running is a blackmailer. I don't know who else is running, but
and they just got out of jail in time to run for office.
Did they get out of jail? Did they post bail? We don't know. We did this ahead of time.
Yeah, no, one got out already.
No, that's Gondora. Willie Gondora from El Paso got out of jail, I'm pretty sure. And that's a whole different story, which confuses everything, because people from Las Cruces, everything that's below Las Cruces is really beneath us. Below us.
Literally, yes. Geographically speaking.
Willie Gondora was allegedly dealing drugs. And that's why he was. And then he actually gave up his seat because in the El Paso City Council. If you're getting your news from here and we're saying anything wrong and you don't know it, well, it's just as well.
Well, you can't count on the news. I was at the Democratic Convention, the Doñana County Democratic Convention last Saturday, and I was the only media person there. No, there were no news people there while I was there. I saw no coverage of it in the papers.
Maybe that's because I heard you were going to be there and figured you'd have it handled.
All the people running for office were there giving speeches. No, there wasn't one mention of it in the paper or on the news.
I didn't see anything. They need somebody good to do their media.
I do.
They need somebody who can do a press release and actually get it out to the press. A friend of mine, speaking about things and not believing stuff you see in the media, a guy I had lunch with today was insisting that Barack Obama was spending money to fix mosques. And he insisted that when George Bush was in power, George Bush was spending money to fix churches. Turns out when you go to a fact place on the internet, you find out that it's a State Department program to fix religious buildings that have been ruined, in our aggressive tendencies. And it turns out that George Bush fixed actually twice as many mosques as it turns out Obama did.
Is that right?
And they're getting it wrong because somebody is trying to prove that Obama isn't Christian.
Right, and somehow that means something?
Yes. Neither of us care.
Well, I don't care what religion the man is. A lot of people are better off without religion.
To accuse him of that is the big argument why he shouldn't be president, because he's not Christian, that's not a valid argument.
No.
It's wrong, and it shouldn't be the basis for criteria.
Well, we had a Jewish fellow running for office, Liebman.
Joe Lieberman? He was running for vice president.
And wasn't Bloomberg considering running?
Yeah.
For president?
And what about Iceberg?
Bloomberg, it's all the
same. Yes. So it shouldn't matter what you are, but apparently it's the part of the Judeo-Christian religion, so perhaps that's okay. Not there are more Muslims starting to live in America too, so the proportion of Muslims here, or Muslims, it's going to keep raising. Yes. So anyway, you can't listen to the news. You also can't listen to news that says that Pluto is no longer a planet, which is old news, yet they're trying to get the Pluto stamp out there, so help Las Cruces and the rest of New Mexico to get the Pluto stamp.
Well, the reason they're doing it, no, not that kind of
that
Pluto
stamp.
Not the cartoon Disney dog, that Pluto there. The ninth planet. Or now it's called a dwarf planet.
Dwarf planet.
Dwarf planet. But I still call it a planet because it's got at least 2 moons.
That's right.
That's twice as many moons as the Earth has.
And twice as many as I have.
Well, thankfully.
Yes.
And
mine is pretty much that round.
And they've sent a spacecraft to Pluto, right?
Yes,
it's the New Horizons mission.
Let's see if we can circle this. I can never figure this out. This way. Oh, it can't go in front.
And it's called the New Horizons mission. It's going to make it to Pluto in around July of 2015.
Right.
And
it should live so long.
And so they want to put out a new stamp.
A stamp. Hence the stamp.
Which got a very nice graphic. It shows the spacecraft. It shows Pluto.
Voila, the stamp.
And we have that picture here, if we can put it up.
There's the stamp.
The proposed stamp.
See, what they're trying to do is get Dish Network so that Pluto has reception and could watch shows like The Simpsons.
Well, see, there was a Pluto stamp, about 15 or so years ago.
When it was a planet.
And before it had been explored. Now they want the new stamp to celebrate the fact that it is being explored. They want the stamp to come out on that year. Now to do so, they have to get at least 10,000,
10,000 to begin with.
10,000 signatures are needed just to petition the stamp.
And then you send a petition around to get 100,000. And what we're saying is, we're not saying anywhere on that stamp that Pluto is a planet. We're just saying that we're exploring it, and it's sort of the furthest planet-like object in our solar system.
Well, that we know of.
Remember, I mean, you always said, how many planets are there? Well, there's 9. But there's not 9 if Pluto's a dwarf planet. You just have 8 planets. Doesn't seem even.
Well,
it's like
they've found several
sail the 7 seas. What if they lost one of those seas?
They found several other dwarf planets that are actually maybe even larger than Pluto, but further out. But, of course, Pluto was discovered by Clyde Tombaugh, who lived and taught here until the day he died in Las Cruces. And
a little bit after, too, I think he taught.
A little bit after. And
yes.
I have
still teaching us
I have his book, which he autographed to me. And,
really? But you don't have to give it back now.
I don't have to give it back.
Be reading it.
But anyway, if you want to get Pluto on the stamp, what you have to do is go to www.change.org/petition/UPS, U.S. Postal Service, -honor, and then it goes on and on and on.
What the heck is that?
I don't know.
So
www.change.org/petitions
USPS, and then you go look for it.
And it should give you enough information to go
Those
from
of
there.
you who can watch this TV show, even on your computers, if you can watch it on your computer, you could probably find out a website.
Now, I guess that spacecraft, when it gets to Pluto, will take some pictures, send them back, and then just keep on going.
You know why it's going to keep on going?
It's got nowhere to park.
Nowhere to park on Pluto. It's such a dwarf. It just, so I hear there's same problem on Pluto as there is in downtown Las Cruces. Is that true?
That's true. I agree with that, Michael.
Because you can't park in downtown Las Cruces.
Well, they keep putting buildings on all the parking lots. And there aren't too many parking lots left.
What buildings?
What buildings? Well, the Federal Building used to be where a parking lot is now, where a parking lot used to be. City Hall used to be where there's a parking lot.
There's parking all around the circle.
Not very much.
And they're actually building it so that the circle will become pretty much just a racetrack.
Well, they're putting Main Street through downtown, and that's good because they're allowing some parking spaces.
Horribly thin parking spaces.
But I know the City Council is pondering what they should do to get more parking in downtown Las Cruces. And I have the perfect solution.
We have a solution.
I do. And, well, you want to hear my solution? Do we have time for my solution?
Yeah, we have time for your solution.
Do we have time? Okay.
Yes.
My solution is, there is a big parking lot right across Church Street from the Federal Building. There's a parking lot there. And it's just one block off of Main Street.
Yes.
Right across from Municipal Court.
Yes.
And all they need to do is put a multiple terraced parking structure, say 3 to 4 floors high, like they have in Santa Fe.
You want a terrorist structure?
Like they have in Prescott, Arizona.
Prescott, Arizona.
Much smaller town than Las Cruces.
They have in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Yes, they have a multi-storied parking structure.
Many cities have that.
That's what we need. Of course, it would eliminate some parking while they're building it, but in the long run,
it's not going to work. We need. And after this word from our sponsors, I'll tell you why it's not going to work. So come back and see why it's not going to work.
It's going to work, Michael. It's going to work. I swear it's going to work. It's going to work. Boy,
Welcome to the Buena Vida Women's Club. located away from the crowds but close to home. Come in throughout the day for Jazzercise, the world's dance fitness leader for nearly 40 years. Treat yourself to a relaxing massage, or unwind in the lounge area or outside on the balcony with friends. La Buena Vida Women's Club, located and designed with women in mind. For information, call Diane at 650-9721.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors. Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there. Celebrate Fiesta Motors, where buying a car is always a celebration.
Downtown Interiors, make yourself a beautiful home.
The most beautiful homes in Las Cruces have one thing in common. It's Don Tan Interiors, the local experts in granite countertops and fine kitchen cabinetry. When it comes to home improvement, think Don Tan Interiors.
Downtown Interiors, make yourself a beautiful home.
And there we are.
All right, Michael.
Right there.
We're here. We're
We
here.
made it.
Okay, you say my plan for a multi-structured parking facility downtown won't work. Why?
Because the city isn't going to spend that kind of money, and there is possibly enough parking. There's not enough parking on what? 2 days a week, which is Saturday morning and Wednesday morning, which isn't even 2 days. That's 2 mornings a week.
Yeah, but if we had a big event downtown, where are they going to park? You know, there's other days when we have events. People don't want to go down there if there's no place to park.
Well, they should probably crash down the old City Hall and the old Federal Building. How's that? There's parking there.
No, they use the old Federal Building.
What do they do with the old City Hall? They do fire drills.
They're trying
there or
to
something.
they're trying to rent it out to somebody, and it's a good building. But still, it's not going to make that big of a parking lot.
Well, when we buy the old City Hall building to make it into a TV studio, are we going to have enough parking there for us?
Well, for us, yes, but not for everybody else.
Well, we have a large staff.
Now, look, some people are talking about putting the July 3rd electric light parade down Main Street. Now, if they do that, where will everybody park?
Well,
who wants to come
we
see
had
it?
the Centennial Parade that went around Main Street, yet everybody parked, didn't they?
Blocks away, and it wasn't pretty.
Oh, yeah, you parked. I parked at the, Loretto Center.
I had to park 5 blocks away in some residential neighborhood.
You should get there earlier.
And
then it won't be a problem.
Well,
okay, so this is a problem. And
it's a problem.
you know what a parking thing is going to cost us? Like $3 million.
Well, good. We need it. It's a good investment in our future. Look, if Prescott, Arizona can do it.
Fresca, Arizona?
Prescott.
They get Prescott. I thought
Prescott,
you said
Arizona.
Fresca. Because, Fresca, Arizona makes their money off soda.
And, Santa Fe did it. They needed to do it. We need to do it. It's time we do it.
Maybe the time has come.
We have to bite the bullet and do it.
It's come.
We're a grown-up city now.
So we need,
Let's do
those
it.
of you who are listening to this, remember your bond taxes will go up as soon as we get that bond through. It's got to be a bond for the municipal parking.
I bet we could get a grant to put people back to work.
Who? You Grant?
Hugh Grant?
He'll get us
Me
back.
Grant?
Get people. Yeah, but we'll probably hire people from Korea or someplace.
No,
to
we
do
won't.
the work.
Well, no, they'll be out-of-town contractors like they always are. But still, it's putting people to work.
That's right, and then they'll live
they
here.
They pay tax.
They'll live here for 3 to 4 months until the thing goes up. Well, we have to wait for that center in the NMSU, the Arts Center, to be built, and then all those guys will have a lot of free time, and then they can come on their own free time and help us build it.
Now, another thing is,
since
there's nowhere to park, you risk getting a parking ticket. Now, they were giving out moving traffic violation tickets here just this week.
Yes.
All over town. It was a citation
Tuesday and
blitz.
Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday. We talked about it last week that they did a blitz on certain streets. In 2 hours, they can pick up, Tuesday picked up 64 people in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just going by. 64 people on Tuesday, 75 people on Wednesday, and we don't know about the rest of the week, but I'm sure it'll be similar if they do.
What they cite them for?
They mostly for talking on their phones. I think 2/3 to 3/4 talking on your phones. Really, you knew when the ordinance came in that you weren't allowed to talk on your phone, and you could stick a Bluetooth in your ear, but nobody does that. There are girls with ponytails who I think are the most prevalent people for talking on the phone while they're driving. And no, they won't buy. They're on the phone all the time. They're on the phone going, I'm taking a turn. I don't know why this guy is beeping me. You know, why don't they get a little phone button?
Well, they're probably on the phone to you.
Hardly ever.
No?
No. As well as, I think about a quarter of those are something which we were supposed to have learned about 4 decades ago. Always wear your seatbelt. Really?
Yes.
I mean, this is Las Cruces.
It's very easy to cite a person now for not wearing their seatbelt, unless you have one of those really dark windows, smoky windows.
Which are also illegal, and you can get cited for it. They also picked up some guys with warrants and somebody...
Sure. Well, the police are always looking for a probable cause to pull anybody over,
and how do they find it?
Hoping that they'll get something on you.
Yes. Are you calling that racial profiling? Are you calling it racial profiling?
Well, you know, that's what they do. That's what they do in Arizona, and that's what they're doing. That's what the sheriff's office here is doing.
I hate what they're going against the bald race and arresting them. Why are they arresting the bald race?
Because they're jealous. But here you have the Doña County Sheriff called on the carpet for his deputies doing racial profiling. That is to say,
white versus black.
Immigration. No, it's an
immigration thing.
Primarily against Hispanics, asking them what their immigration status is. And I don't think they're obliged to answer.
I don't think you're allowed to do that either.
Well, they do it. They're getting away with it. I don't think you have to answer that question.
Also, never say, sure, I'll open up my trunk. Just remember, don't say that.
No.
You know, do you have anything you want to admit to us? I can't open up the trunk because I have a kidnapper there or a kidnapped person there.
So I can't open the trunk because the people in the trunk will hold the lid shut.
Yes, that's why.
And
so that you can't see the marijuana.
Right. Now, also, you have the Messia Marshal who's been accused of doing the very same thing.
Yes.
So it could be a law enforcement conspiracy going on here.
Oh yeah, conspiracy. They make a rule. They were told a couple of weeks ago. They said we're not doing racial profiling. Well, so anytime you deny something, you only deny it because you're going to do it.
Well, sure.
Why would you deny it if you weren't doing it?
The police never lie?
I don't know. Hopefully the police are not watching this.
No, I hope they are because...
we hope they are.
They need to know that this is a free society still, as much as they like to make it so that it's not.
I know. Where do we live? Syria?
It's not. Well, this is North America, not North Korea.
Ah.
So it's not a police state yet.
I know. We're a kind and gentle country here.
We are. Where you can still go out and adopt dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats
on a weekly basis.
The picture is going to change with the dogs and cats. And you know,
who wouldn't want to adopt something like this?
Well, you see, there's racial profiling too, because
it's special.
Yeah, but the dog could be Hispanic, and apparently we picked a totally albino, Anglo-Caucasianly white cat. I mean, that's profiling. So in that picture, who's guilty?
I'm guilty of wanting to adopt them.
You are. But you're also guilty of never adopting them and always talking about it. If you want to adopt it so much, why don't you go adopt them?
I mean, I'm here to encourage others to do so who have the means to do so. And you can do so today downtown at the farmers market and also at Petco and, of course, at the animal shelter.
I'm hearing
every
cat
day.
sounds, yes. You can always afford to adopt a cat because cats eat mice.
They eat mice,
and all you need is put out some cheese in front of your house, get plenty of mice.
They also kill birds.
Cats will eat it. Birds.
Yeah. What else is going
birds?
On?
What else?
Today there's a drum event at the Rio Grande Theater at 7 o'clock tonight.
Corona Warren, the
New World Drummers.
They're always good. Also going on is something they've been talking about for a while. The Rag Rug Festival at the Farm and Ranch Museum, which is today and tomorrow, and it's free.
We got some pictures of those drummers.
Do we have the drummer picture? Well, if our producer just can't keep up. That's Karuna.
Well, that's
not Karuna.
Actually,
those are drummers.
There's going to be some white people drumming there too.
Well, we don't care what race they're. That's Keith
we don't want to profile our drummers.
Is this Keith Welpley?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're right.
And and it's free too. By the way, at the Rio Grande Festival. If you're into drumming. Also, like you said, the Rag Rug Festival at the Farm and Ranch Museum. That's
a whole
free.
Whole thing about people who like rag rugs.
Yeah, that's free. And of course, there's a one-act play festival this coming week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Thursday, yes.
That's downtown.
And what's happening there? I believe you have a play coming up. What's that? A pizza?
It's the one act. It's the one-act play festival. There's 4 one-act plays.
How long's your play?
My play is about 10 minutes long.
Do people often ask you how long it is?
Well, yes, I always say, well, that's a personal question,
Yes,
but I'd be
I
happy to
figured.
show them if they really insist.
No, they won't go that far.
And
My daughter, as well, is in a play.
that's true. She's in one of the plays.
Directed by Larry Chandler.
She took over one of the parts.
And,
yeah, there's
Patrick Payne is doing
He's
one.
directing a Sam Shepard play.
And some lady. No,
Larry Chandler's directing the Sam Shepard play.
Patrick Payne is doing a
Directing a
play
piece
that
that he
he wrote.
wrote.
And then the 4th play is by somebody neither of us are familiar with.
It's an original play that she wrote.
I'm sure.
So come on down. My play's up first, by the way. We'll get things off to a rollicking start.
So don't come late.
My play's written by Shel Silverstein, who's a genius.
Who?
Shel Silverstein.
Oh, okay.
And,
he's a genius.
He's a genius.
Yes. What else is happening?
And of course, then we want to remember a big loss to the musical world, and that is the death of Davy Jones, former monkey.
Yes. Is he the first monkey
the
to
monkeys?
die? I don't know if he is.
Yes. Peter Tork's still around, isn't
Peter
he?
Tork, Mike Nesmith, and Nesmith.
And Mickey Dolan.
Mickey Dolenz. Everybody likes Mickey Dolenz.
Let's see that picture of
Hey,
Davy
we're
Jones.
the monkeys. Yeah, put the picture on.
That's how he was in his later years.
That's like Graham Nash.
It does look like Graham Nash.
Yeah, but look at those knockers.
Oh, there he is.
You see the knockers on
those
Davy
are
Jones?
shakers.
Oh, shakers.
Yeah.
That's when he was
That's when he was a monkey.
Daydream Believer.
You know, he was a child star. He was nominated for a Tony Award when he was 16 on Broadway.
He was in
doing Oliver.
Oliver. And you know, one of his jobs.
Here he is with the monkeys there.
He was also a jockey.
He was a jockey.
a
He was only
jockey.
5'3".
Yes, everybody else was normal. Not that 5'3" isn't normal.
They made a lot of fun of his height, but he was the cute one who always got the girl.
Because he had a British accent, he was the closest to the Beatles.
On all those episodes of the Monkey Show.
Which this show is supposed to sort of be an emulation of the Beatles. You spell emulation in your spelling test? E-M-U-L-A-T.
And with that, we're pretty much out of time this week, Michael.
Are we?
Which one of these events are you going to go see?
I
bet you go to the One Act Play Festival.
I bet you I'll go to the One Act Play Festival. As well as, I think I'll go look at Pet Screwball.
Yeah, do that. And maybe you could adopt a rag
Maybe
rug.
I'll go to the Justice store in the mall and pick up some goodies.
There is no justice in this world.
But there is one in the mall.
Oh.
And also, we celebrate Monica's birthday this coming week, and her mom's birthday on Thursday, this past Thursday.
Ah, okay. That's good to know.
And
with that, we have to wrap
be out
it
of
up.
here.
So thanks for joining us right here on Double Talk. We'll be back next week. Oh, well, next week.
Daydream Believer and his
You're a homecoming queen. You're the queen.
Except with his beard.
Oh, there's the monkey.
Any day now, we're going to have some